Welcome to your Vibe Tribe. I'm your host, Eliana. Tune in every Friday to listen to conversations about mental health, relationships, dating, pop culture, and listen in on powerful interviews with powerful women from all walks of life. Hey guys, it's your host, Eliana, and welcome back to another episode of your Vibe Tribe. It has been a minute since I've done a solo episode, and I feel like I haven't been able to catch up with you guys. It's just been honestly absolutely crazy. Everything has just been going a mile a minute. I literally feel like it's Monday, and then I blink, and then it's Friday, and then the weekend, and then we're repeating it all over again. It's just been nuts, but I want to just sit and chat with you guys and just catch up and fill you in on what's been going on, because honestly, it's been kind of crazy since I got back from Mexico, which was it feels like an eternity ago, but I think it's been maybe over a month and a half since I got back. But yeah, it's been crazy. So I went on a trip to Mexico. I went to Cancun with my aunt and my two cousins that are, oh my God, my little cousins, but they're not little anymore. So the Yana that I interviewed, she's my cousin, and Eliana, her sister, we all went with their mom, which is my aunt, to Cancun, and it was so nice. I think I went for 6 days. So it was a long time. I mean, just to hang out and do nothing, but I went, and it was so much fun. It was super relaxing. We stayed at an all-inclusive hotel that was actually really nice. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was a good stay. It was good. The food was really decent, which was what I was worried about. And the drinks were really good. And yeah, it was just overall a really good time. I hadn't gone on a girls' trip in so long, to be honest with you. And I haven't really hung out with a lot of girlfriends, just because I don't really have that many friends here in San Diego. So I really wanted to use this trip just to relax and hang out with my girl cousins and just talk shit and just relax, just because I've been doing a million things. So whatever, we get to Mexico, we have the best time. All of the nights we're literally going out drinking and just dancing. Guys, it's so crazy, but I don't know. I feel like when you're around people that are on the same energy level as you, where it's just you're vibing and you're all there to have fun, it just makes it so much better. I kid you not, probably every night that we were in the hotel, we would go downstairs where they would have live music and we were drinking. And we would go downstairs and we were the only ones that were dancing. Everybody was just listening to the music, and we started requesting songs and started dancing, and everybody eventually started dancing too and joined in, and it was so much fun. But honestly, I just got to relax while I was there. But obviously I was in Mexico, so I'm okay, well, I have to take some bikini pictures and do some content for TikTok. And prior to the trip, whenever I go on a trip or I'm going somewhere, I start going on TikTok, and I'll look up trends that are funny or songs that I want to do videos to, and I'll kind of pick maybe three videos that I want to do. Then I'm okay, you're going to do these 3 videos, and then after that you'll enjoy and have fun. Which I have fun doing my videos, but it takes time, to do the videos and then also edit it and post it. That takes time. And when you're on vacation, you just want to just scroll or just read a book or do nothing. So anyways, I get to Mexico, and one of the days I'm all right, I'm going to dress cute and I'm going to take bikini pictures. So I literally get ready. I tell my cousin, I'm listen, bitch, you have to take these pictures of me, and I want to do this video idea, whatever. So I have this super cute bikini that is a blue, kind of polka dots, a very retro. Oh, it's not polka dots. It's has like flowers. It's like retro flowers. The bikini fits me so nice. It's like bomb. It looks amazing. I feel incredible. Just because, again, I'm a size 10. Not all bikinis fit me the way that they're supposed to. And honestly, for the longest time, it's been so hard to find good bikinis that I love. Now that I have, a little bit more money, I can actually buy a lot of different ones and like find out, okay, like this one fits me good, this one doesn't. Love Amazon because you can return anything on there. So I ordered a ton of bathing suits from Amazon. This was the one that fit me the best. I kid you not, I took it out of the packaging, I tried it on, and I was like, holy crap, like this bikini is A1. I was like so excited to wear it. So anyway, fast forward to we're in Mexico. I'm like, all right, I'm putting on this bikini day one. I'm getting these pictures. So I wear that blue bikini and I'm like, okay, I'm going to wear this cute little white cover up and I'm going to take some pictures with it. And my cousin Eliana, she said, oh, actually, you know what? No, it was my cousin Diana. Let me not discredit her. My cousin Diana was like, bitch, let's take these pictures. Let's get it in. I already had the poses that I wanted to do. So she like, boom, 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 took some pictures. And then I remembered, I was like, oh my God, I want to do this video because there's this sound on TikTok that I think is hilarious. And I was like, I want to do the video. And so I was like, let me just do a video of me, like, whatever. She just started recording and I was like, I'm just going to like do whatever. And I was just like sitting down and I would get up and I would laugh, whatever. After we're sitting at the pool, I'm like drinking, I'm enjoying, just like relaxing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to edit my video. I'm going to post it. I edited it really quick and then I posted it. I kid you not. I just see like notifications on TikTok like crazy. And I'm like, that's weird. I was like, okay, like typically my videos on TikTok, like I've had a couple that I've gone like 2 videos that have gone viral. And then like one other video that got like, not in viral, I say like 300,000 views or something like that. Not anything like crazy. So I had a couple of videos that did well, but I was like, whoa, like I'm getting like a crazy amount of notifications. I was like, this is insane. I start checking my phone and it's like, oh, this video has 10K views and a bunch of people have shared it and have liked it. And I was like, that's so weird. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then it keeps going and then it keeps going. And I'm like, whoa, what is happening? I was like, oh my God, this video is doing so well. And it was just like a bunch of girlies and like women just like being so nice and supportive of like my body and like just like thanking me for posting that video because I was basically showing poses that my mid-sized body looked good in. That was like the gist of the video. It was like to show like me like being in like an awkward, really uncomfortable pose with like just like nothing, like no cover up and just like looking like awkward essentially. And then in the next part of the video, I'm like super confident. I'm like posing and moving around and I get these amazing photos. And it's just like a bunch of girls hyping me up and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so exciting. Like I can't believe this video is doing well. So like the video's at around like 300,000 views, something like that. And I'm like over here so afraid because like with a video going viral, there's always the chance of people taking it the wrong way or people judging you or just people generally just being mean. And so I was kind of afraid. I was like, oh God, like, oh my God, this video is doing well. So I was happy because the video was doing well. But then I was also like nervous and scared because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are people going to start hating and just like being mean, like the typical things, which I don't really care. And I try not to care, but at the same time, like I've gotten some really mean comments on Instagram and they're usually from men. Actually, I've never really gotten any woman being rude to me. I have now because of this video, but most of the times that I've received like hate on my Instagram or my pictures, it's always like a guy just saying some horrible comment about my weight or whatever. But I typically don't care. But even so, like as much as I'm super confident, sometimes those things, they resonate and they like it just annoys you. It takes like a second out of your day that you're just like, that's annoying, and then you move on and then it's fine, but it's still annoying to see that comment, but you have to, I always tell myself like people are entitled to their opinion, just like I'm entitled to mine, other people are, so just have to move on. But anyway, now the video is like over like about 500,000. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, this is crazy. Girls are just like asking me like, where's your bikini from? As I'm just over here linking the swimsuit, because it actually was like an amazing swimsuit. Like, it looked great on me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So it keeps going. I literally go to sleep. I wake up. This video has 1 million views on TikTok. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm so happy because there's like girls who are also mid-size that have probably seen the other videos, because I do mid-size fashion, and they start following me. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, so this video proceeded to get about 6 million views on TikTok. Like, right now it's at like 6.9. It's almost at 7 million views. And that to me is just mind blowing that many people have seen my video. And one, it feels good to finally like get recognition, I guess, on like a big level for my video. And two, it's just mind blowing on TikTok and other like social media platforms. You just never know when your video is going to go viral and do well. And I know people always say it, but it's been so true for me. So like, if you're listening to this and you're someone that is posting on social media for whatever it is, right, for whatever it may be, I always, when I would start, would get in my head so much sometimes, because I was making videos that I really, really liked, and like, they wouldn't get recognition. And at first I would get so upset about it. And then eventually I just kind of was like, you know what? Like, if I stand behind what I'm putting out, that's all that matters. And the people that it's meant to resonate with, it will resonate with. And the people that it doesn't, then it doesn't resonate. Like, that's fine. But I guess like my biggest takeaway from that is like, don't get in your head about what you're posting. Just post what you like. Obviously trends are awesome, and that was a trend, like the sound, but I made that video into my own, and like what the message, and like I put the message that I wanted to give girls and women out there, and it actually resonated, and then it went viral, and I'm like, oh my gosh, amazing. And the video that went viral is exactly the message that I wanted to give. And it's like giving confidence to women, like, even if you're mid-size and you're not like a small quote unquote small size, you can still feel good in your bikini. So anyways, the video goes viral. I'm getting all these followers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like amazing. Like, wow, it feels so good to finally like get a video that is doing well. Like, it was just a great feeling. But of course, as soon as a video goes viral and starts doing well, you get all these comments. And for some reason, people kept saying that they thought I was Sienna May. If you don't know who Sienna May is, she's like a famous TikToker who blew up over her body positivity video, where basically she was showing how she looks in her jeans, like with high-waisted jeans. She looks super skinny and snatched. And then when she unbuttons her jeans, she has like like, you know, like we all do, like a fupa. Well, maybe not all of us, but all the mid-sized girls. Her fupa came out, and like her belly came out. And so people were like, oh my God, like, you're so inspiring because like you're showing your belly, which it is inspiring. Like, to be honest, to show your belly in front of millions of people, it's a hard thing to do. But anyways, she's in a lot of scandal right now, which I don't know if things are true, things are false, who knows, but she's in the midst of a lot of scandals. But to be honest, she literally blew up and got famous overnight. She's like a baby. She's a child. She's a teenager. Like, her brain hasn't had even the chance to fully develop, and like dealing with all that fame and stuff, like, that's just a lot to handle for anybody. But anyway, regardless, people were comparing her to me, and it's just like so funny because literally we don't really even look alike. I think the only reason people were comparing me to her is because we're both kind of tan. I'm darker than her, but we're both tan. We both kind of look Hispanic, and we both have highlights in our hair, or at least she had highlights at that time. So we do kind of have like the same aesthetic, I guess, but we don't look alike. people are so like like they just like to stereotype you into anything and just like label you as that. But an overwhelming amount of people were like literally 10,000s of people were like, oh my God, you look like C anime. Oh my God, I thought this was C anime. And I'm like, oh my God, like whatever. And I just put like, hey, I'm taking this as a compliment. Like, she's a gorgeous girl. Like, I mean, she may not have made the best decisions, but I don't know her on a personal level. I don't know like what she did or what she didn't. So I'm not going to judge or make an opinion on her. But regardless, it's been crazy. I went from 6,000 followers to like over now like 40K, which I know that like in the span of things, that's like not a lot, but it just means so much to me to have like an actual like audience and people who care what I have to say in my opinion, and also like people who do find the videos that I make inspiring, because at the end of the day, the reason that I'm doing any of this is to give someone that is like me a voice, because I, for a long time, felt underrepresented in so many things. I felt underrepresented in like the university that I went to. I felt underrepresented in social media. I felt underrepresented in fashion, just in everything. And I think there's a lot of girls, if I feel the same way, there's a lot of women and girls that are going through a similar thing, that are dark skinned like me and don't feel like they can wear certain things or post or be an influencer or be a model or whatever it is, or be a woman in their field, right? Because they're, a minority. And that's the point that I want to make. It's like, I want to have a voice. I want to give representation to other women like me, and any women that finds me inspiring. Like, that's what it's for. I'm doing my videos to empower and inspire women, and it all ties together. Like my TikTok and my social media, it all ties together with this podcast. Because I don't see a podcast like this out there. And I know I don't have a huge following on my podcast yet, but I love it. And that's why I want to keep doing it, because I don't see a podcast like mine out there where it's just dedicated to women and interviewing women and connecting and sharing their stories. And I think that we offer a very different and very cool perspective that should be given a platform. And I love being able to like connect with all these women. And it's funny because in this program that I am about to finish up at the Feminine Rising program, that was one of my things that I was struggling with. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not like, I don't have like close friends right now. And it's like so hard for me in San Diego not to have like a group of women that I'm like hanging out with and that I'm friends with, because at the end of the day, like I am a girl's girl. But I am also kind of a loner. But then I'm just like reflecting, and I'm like, this podcast has literally given me friends too, because like all the women that I connect with, I'm not just having a superficial conversation with these women. I'm having like a genuine conversation where we're talking about, their maybe like a personal, very deep part of their life, like a very personal part of their life, very intimate. And so we're talking about something so intimate and personal. And then like after the interview's done, I feel like connected to them in a way. And like I have, someone that now I'm like, okay, I've just added you to this community and like my group of friends in my circle. And it feels nice, but also it's like a funny moment, because I was like, I don't have any friends here. Like, what? And I'm like, wait, but I'm like literally every week meeting another person and like connecting with another woman. So I just thought it was funny to like put it into that perspective. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's been really crazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm still doing my job. It's been really crazy because I'm still doing my job full time. So I work, still like a 9 to 5, 8 hours a day. And my job has been, it's been so busy. But it goes up and down. But like also with the TikToks, like I've been doing more like brand collaborations, and I've been getting reached out to do partnerships with companies. And it is a lot. I mean, I always forget because I'm not doing social media for the money or for the business aspect of it, but it is a full-time job and like having to manage all of that. So sometimes it's a little stressful, but at least like with this podcast, like I love it because this like just talking out loud to you guys, it feels kind of like such a release for me, and it's like a moment for me to just sit down, reflect, and just like pause for a second. And that's really nice nowadays. um, I am super excited. I wish this podcast would have been up last week, but we had internet issues and it was just like, it was a disaster. So it's fine. Um, but other than that, I will actually be flying to Austin, Texas, because my grandfather is turning 80, guys. It's so crazy. And I'm so excited to connect with him. I know me and my aunt are getting mariachis for my grandpa. He loves them. So, and he's sick. I'm so sad he's like not feeling well. And my grandma was like kind of sad, and she's like, oh, like he's sad, like he wishes you guys were coming for him for his birthday, because they don't know that like me and all my family members are going to be traveling on Wednesday to surprise him. So he's kind of just like sad about it. He doesn't know we're going, but I'm super excited to surprise him and spend time with my family because my parents are going to be there too. So there's just like a lot going on, but it's okay. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do all the things and make it happen. And again, guys, like I just wanted to talk about how crazy like manifestation is, and how like you almost just have to be like delusional in the way you talk about your goals and and the things that you want in life. Because I feel like for so long, like I would say like, you know what, like I would have moments where with anything, like I would have moments where I would be struggling so hard, just like with my job, with anything. And I would just say it out loud to myself. I was like, this is just a moment. This is just something you're going through. Like you'll get over it, and you will eventually, something better will come along. Like I would always say out loud, like something better will come along. Like it's okay. Just keep going. Something better will come along. And it's so true, but it's like you have to say it out loud. You have to believe it, and it will happen. Like I remember when I was like struggling with 2 jobs, like not even barely able to save. Like I would pay my rent. By the time I would finish paying all of my bills, like I had no money pretty much left, and I had 2 jobs. And I remember I was struggling so much, and I would be like, it's okay. Like you're not better. Like I'm you're not better than these jobs. Like you are better, but like you need to learn how to work. Like you need to go through this, you need to grind, you need to work hard, and it'll eventually all make sense. And like now looking back, I'm like over here too busy to do certain things, and I have to say no to them because I just don't have the time. And that's such a blessing that I have to pick and choose like what are the things that I'm putting my time and energy into, because I am doing so many things that are fruitful and are giving me abundance. And those are good problems to have. And I think a lot of times like everyone's naturally going to have moments where they're down on luck or they're down on themselves, but you can't. I think the biggest takeaway is like, don't pity yourself. Like experience whatever you're experiencing, but tell yourself like, I will get through this. I will eventually achieve what I want. And you have to speak it into existence, because it is true. Like if you live your life with that kind of certainty, like I will accomplish this, I will do this, this will happen. It will happen. Like it will eventually happen. And I used to always think it like, yes, manifestation is real. Like, yes, thinking things, saying your dreams out loud will happen. But I never really truly believed it to my core like I do now. And so many things have just been like aligning and just happening. And like, it's scary. It's scary. Something happened today. that I don't want to like mention it because it's not like set in stone yet. I'll eventually share it with you guys, but it was just like this opportunity presented itself to me, and it was like almost scary. I was like talking to my boyfriend. I'm like, how is this happening? I was like, this is wild. Like if you would have told me that all of this was happening last year, I would have like laughed in your face. I would have been like, oh yeah, that's so funny. Like you're making fun of me. And now it's like all of these things are happening, and it's like, I think my goal is just like now moving forward is like, you have to speak the things that you want into existence. And everything that I am doing, I'm going to say out loud, like, this is what I will do, and it will happen. And I have to believe it with a certainty, even if it sounds like so outlandish, it sounds so wild, like, yeah, there's no way that's going to happen. Like, no, like it will happen. I will do this. And I'm telling you, it will freaking happen. It will happen. So I think that's my biggest takeaway to anyone there that's like starting a new project or is like afraid to finally like pull the trigger on something. Like just do it. Like just do it. Like this girl, I'm thinking about bringing her on the podcast, but I'll just mention her. I won't mention her name, but she commented on one of my photos on Instagram, and I just started talking to her. Like, I don't know. I'm like very like open. I just talk to anybody. She seemed nice. And she was commenting about where I was, like the area that I was in. And I was like, oh, like, are you from the area? Like, you know, she like said something really nice about my page. And so I just kind of kept the conversation going. And she was like, oh my God, I saw that you have a podcast. Like, that's so exciting. She's like, I recorded my first podcast, but I've been afraid to like post it because I hate my voice. I was like, that's the opposite of me. Like to the point that I literally, when I recorded my first podcast, like, yeah, I was nervous. But once I heard it, I was like, Eliana, like in my head, I was like, Eliana, you are meant to do this. Like that's literally what I told myself. And I know some people that might rub people the wrong way. Like, oh my gosh, she's so arrogant. Like, wow, she like loves the sound of her own voice. But I do love the sound of my own voice. I love what I have to say. And that's why I have to say it and I have to do it. I have to post it. I have to do all these things because if I don't do all these things, I won't be happy. Like it's not enough for me to just sit by quietly and watch what others are doing. Like I want to be a part of it. I want to do it too. And in my head, I literally messaged her. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, post the video, or post the podcast. I was like, do the damn thing. Because like, how sad is it to live your life just watching other people do what you want to do and live your dream, and you're just sitting behind like, oh, well, you know, that person's already doing it. What's the chances of me, you know, being successful in that? Like that's the exact thing. Like there is a chance, even if there's a 1% chance of you doing something and it being successful, isn't that 1% enough to do it? Because what if you're like 80 years old and you're just reflecting on your life, that 1% chance that you didn't take action on is going to eat you for literally the rest of your damn life, because regret is something that just keeps popping up. It'll keep eating at you. It'll keep creeping on you. And those are the people that end up old. They end up bitter. They end up not just like reminiscing on some of the good moments they had, instead of just feeling like, oh, wow, I'm living my best moment right now. Not, oh, I lived my best moment. No, I'm living it right now. I'm doing it right now. So do the damn thing, do the thing, do all the things. I guess that's the takeaway from this podcast. But anyways, guys, I love catching up with you. I love doing these little solo episodes. I will keep trying to do more of them so we could catch up and chat a little bit. But if you guys don't follow me yet on my other platforms, make sure to check out my TikTok. It's eliana.armas. I do a lot of get ready with me videos. I do a lot of like random inspiration videos. Just like TikTok is more of just like my personal diary. Like I post whatever flows on there. And I do a lot of like fashion inspo videos. And then Instagram, obviously, like I'm active on my stories, and I'll also do a lot of like fashion inspo and mid-size fashion. But even if you're not mid-size, I still wear cute clothes and it'll give you some ideas. And I just also just post things about my life. And yeah, so check me out on there. I also have a YouTube. I'm not as active on my YouTube anymore, but I do haul videos every once in a while. My last YouTube video, I did a swimsuit haul that had some really good reviews and some good swimmies on there. So make sure to go follow me on my platforms. And if you haven't already, turn on your bell notifications on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you're notified every time I post a new episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys have an amazing week and make sure to do all the things. Bye.